What's good, everyone? Salute to the supporters as always, man. You know, it's always about the supporters. WCS salute you as always, man. Big shout out. I'm gonna keep this brief. Um, I just wanted to touch bases on the language that I happen to basically hear about Stephen Espinoza. You know who he is and who he's with, what network, everything about that, right? So, shout out to the Boxing Voice. Danny did a fantastic interview in speaking with Stephen Espinoza, right? And of course, he did generate the questions that a lot of people wanted to hear because it's pretty much buzzing out here on the YTC. With that said, I just want to speak on the uncertainty in what Espinoza's words were, okay? And if you're in the building, man, hit the like button. You already know Toby Bartlett, the first in the building, brother. Appreciate you. Shout out from across the pond, man. On a Friday, the weekend, Toby. Thanks for pulling up, man. First in the building. You already know what type of love it is, brother. So, Espinoza was asked, is there, well, you know, do you have some type of time frame on, you know, the Spence situation, Crawford situation? So he goes on to say that, you know, Crawford and Spence, neither one of those fighters are scared of ducking one. Okay, we passed that. We know that for a fact. Okay, we good. All right. And then he goes on to talk about, you know, Keith Thurman. He's going to take a couple of weeks off because he just had a kid. Congratulations to Keith Thurman. You feel me? Congratulations to Keith Thurman. And he say that pretty much Terrence Crawford was ordered to pretty much communicate with Alexis Rocha. You know, mandatory business, right? And then when it comes to Spence, Spence was kind of just left out there with no definitive answer to zip it up, to let us know that this we can look forward to. It was nothing that Espinoza said that could zip this up and allow us any more peace, allow us any more calmness. You know what I'm saying? Relaxation to know that we're any closer to this fight, right? He pretty much saying there is a time limit. We can't take forever. This is a time limit. So I'm looking at this like, well, what is it? Because people going around here saying the fight's going to be announced and the fight's going to be June 17th, but then Espinoza's up here pretty much being descriptive in saying that the fight isn't done yet. There's some parameters that still need to be talked about. What does that mean to you all? I mean, come on, humans. What does that mean to you all? He said, yeah, there's going to be some issues where, you know, they still have to, you know, hash out some parameters. And of course, Terrence Crawford was ordered to communicate with Alexis Rocha for upcoming fight. But I was waiting for him to say, you know, well, the people should be at ease. We finally had crossed the threshold. We somewhat is at the finish line. And the only thing I heard him say pretty much was it was a time schedule. Yeah, it's close. Just like he said last time. You remember last year when he said that, well, it's not totally dead yet, right? He was trying to convince the people that the fight date wasn't totally dead for November. All right? He said it's not totally dead yet. So the tubers came on here and was talking about, well, it's still hope. It's still a chance. It's still hope. It's still a chance. You know what I'm saying? They was active on here saying, oh, Espinoza said that the fight isn't entirely dead. Like the date isn't entirely dead. But yet, the interview he just did, he didn't really provide us any indication that the fight was completed, people. He didn't give us any type of vibe, any specific to say this fight is sealed up and is ready to be publicly announced, and that's where we at. All I heard was the same thing. We have a time, you know, there's a window that's closing in order for us to make this happen. He didn't give us the check mark. He didn't give us the check mark. What's going on, Big Bunsen Boxing on deck, XO Factory on deck. I'm in my car, so I can't really read the comments because I'm only gonna stay on here for a quick minute. But I just wanted to come over here briefly and speak about, like, Espinoza did not zip it up the way we want and allow us to think heading into this weekend that the fight was concluded. He pretty much left options all over the place, right? I mean, it was options all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Like the springtime pollen, bro. That shit was everywhere. But I didn't see anything zipped up for us to know that, yeah, this fight is over and it should be something announced soon. He didn't say that. He did not specify that we was going to get an announcement soon. Danny asked a very educated question. He said, you know, we talking about, you know, Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, should we hear an announcement soon? That's as clear as it get. And Espinoza said, well, you know, Crawford, he was ordered to talk to Alexis Rocha, you know, and then you got Keith Thurman. He just had a baby. He'll be out for a couple of weeks. And that means Keith Thurman is doing other things, right? Then, you know, he really didn't give any type of update on Errol Spence Jr. So I'm pondering. I'm saying I got nothing from it. Nothing to lead me to say this fight is closer than what it was yesterday. It's closer than what it was to January of 23. It's closer than what it was in December of 22. He didn't give me any of that, bro. I mean, Espinoza did not lock that in, bro. He didn't do it for me. I was looking for clarity, certainty, and I just wanted a conclusion, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? I wanted a conclusion. I wanted clarity. I wanted certainty, and I want a conclusion. You know what I'm saying? I wanted clarity, I wanted certainty, and I wanted conclusion. That's all I want. That's all I wanted to happen when I listened to that video. I wanted him to say, you know, it's better than it was before. For real. The negotiations, because he said they never stopped negotiating, right? But he didn't lead me to think that they was in negotiations from what he said on this video. So I'm saying to myself, right, the word has been out there that they never stopped negotiating. So if they never stopped negotiating, why you bring in Bud Crawford and Alexis Rocha? Why don't you give us, the fight fans, any more clarity? Like, we getting closer. Like, we can stand assured that we in for a big announcement. He didn't give us anything, man. He didn't give us anything, well, I tell you. He didn't give us anything. And it's close to the weekend, y'all. It is the weekend, really. How many big fights happen in UFC before boxing get this fight over the line? It's embarrassing. Yeah, I'm gonna be going live later on. I'm just out right now handling some business, but I just wanted to touch bases on that. Like, when you have people saying June 17th, it seems like it's locked in, right? So if the date is locked in for June 17th, why can't we get the half that really means something as far as this fight being signed, sealed, delivered, to make that date legitimate? Like, we need to get the lock in. We need to get it locked in over here that they're finished. They've came to a conclusion. They're good to go. All parties have agreed, signed the contract. We good. And then we can talk about the dang fight date. But I didn't get that from Espinoza, that the negotiations have concluded and we're moving forward with a big announcement. He just got a promotion. He just got a promotion. So you trying to tell me it's still information that he has to be secretive about? I don't get it, bro. I'm not feeling that. I'm not feeling that at all. But I'll be going live around, I say 4:30 or 5 when I get back. Sickum boys, what's good? But y'all hold it down. I'll be back on in about 2 hours. All right. Appreciate y'all pulling up.